Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing great. My name is George, and this is the Public Sitrep, where we will check what happened from the last Public Sitrep, meaning from last Monday, if we have interesting things happening on the chart, and I think we do have interesting things happening on the chart right now. And obviously, we need to take advantage of these moves and see what is the best way to actually to get involved. If you choose to get involved, sometimes when you don't feel confident, it's good to step back just a second, check what's going on, and maybe get involved later. But if you have a trading plan and if you feel that that is the moment that you want to get involved, hopefully what I'm doing and the entire team from Safehouse, we are trying to help you with our TA, with our levels. You don't have to think about these streams like, no, this is what is going to happen, or this guy is right, that guy wrong. No, I would like to see this more like point of view, right? Maybe something to challenge your ideas. Maybe you are bullish and we are bearish, or maybe vice versa, or maybe you get some sort of double confirmation for your trading ideas. This is the best way, in my opinion, to check these streams, these public streams. And let's make the best of this, the public streams, and let's make the best of the price action that we do have right now on the Bitcoin chart. As always, I will cover Bitcoin, then we will check S&P, because we do have some interesting moves here. Also gold, look at gold. I mean, very, very interesting moves here happening. So definitely let's pay attention to this move. And also, if you have questions towards the end of the stream, you can post your questions in the YouTube chat. And towards the end of the stream, I will do my best to answer your questions related with the current price action, with what's happening right now on the chart. Okay, let's see if we do have people here. We do have good morning, everyone. Good morning, sound is good. Thank you for this confirmation about the sound. And before we start, let's actually see what happened. So the last two public streams, the first one was here, so 11th of September, and I was talking about this trading setup based on the confirmation. Well, if we enable that range, right, because I really love to trade ranges. Not this one, should be, let's see which one, should it this one? Okay, this one. As you can see, basically the setup was something like this, right? Was something along these lines, and this, obviously the stop loss adjusted according to the price action, and that setup actually reached the first major target, right? So definitely, if you are aware of what happened here, as you can see, the point of control together with the liquidity here, this should be a major target in my opinion. Obviously the price could move higher, 100% the price could move higher, but this is a major take profit in my opinion. Okay, so it took some time, right, for the price to go here. We had this retracement and so on, but no, everything is good when the price is reaching our target. So if you are aware of this, this is a resistance area. Resistance is resistance until proven otherwise, and this is the place where you look for, where you book profits if you are in a long, and possibly looking for a short trade, because in this area the only trade that I would take is actually a short or no trade. So this is first thing first, just to be aware of this. If you are in some sort of long, this is a good take profit area. Doesn't mean that you have to close the entire trade, but this is a good take profit area. Okay, so this is what happened like 3 weeks ago. Last week in the public stream, I was looking at this setup, right? So possible liquidity grab. We had the golden pocket. We still have this weekly here. So this is the long that I was looking for at that point in time. Unfortunately, and I say quotes unquote unfortunate, we never had that liquidity grab here. So I was looking at a long somewhere in this section of the chart, right? So basically somewhere in this area, I was looking for that long based on the liquidity grab. And like I said, depending on where the price stops, we could go as low as the value area low. But basically, this is the area that I was looking for a possible reaction. Like I said, unfortunately, this never reached the liquidity. As you can see, it was never taken. So this long trade setup was never activated, wasn't activated. So definitely, it is what it is. Sometimes you get the retracement that you want, like in this situation, the liquidity grab, you know, and everything works out accordingly. Sometimes not so much, but you know, this is still a very, very interesting area in my opinion. This is still a very, very interesting area, and you see what I'm talking about. Okay, let's delete this one and let's start with our TA on the Bitcoin chart. As always, I like to go on a high time frame when I start my TA. Let's say the weekly time frame, right? And let's start with our ranges. First of all, this one, right? And last week we've seen the retracement, and last week the price did this, right? So the price kind of small front run of this level followed by another retracement. Great. And now this is the story that we do have. So the price got acceptance. We do have a weekly close above this level, the value area low of this range. And now the price still pushing. Okay, so as you can see here, we do have kind of a change in behavior, right? Because the first time, I'm saying the first time since it was lost. So the first time the price reached this level, you can see clear rejection, right? And now it's not the same. So the price managed to close a weekly candle above this level. Actually, it is a monthly level. Obviously, this looks a bit different on the weekly, but actually we've closed a monthly candle above this level, and now the price keeps pushing, right? So this is something to take into consideration. So you can see rejection, another rejection, but now the price is up here. So this is the first thing that we need to take into consideration. So the price slowly starts to get acceptance back into the value area of this range. So this is one of the things that you'd like to see for more upside. Then obviously we do have levels, but as you can see, since this level was lost, was resistance, now we need to see what is going on in this area. So let's pay attention to this section of the chart. Then the next area, the next range that I am interested is actually this one. And like I said, 3 weeks ago, we were trading this section of the chart from the value low, liquidity grab, and then the push to the upside. Again, as you can see, we do have kind of a change in behavior. If the first time, as you can see, rejection and the price moving somewhere in this area, now we can see that the weekly candle closed just below this, the point of control, this level, and now the price keeps pushing and makes a new lower low. So we need to pay attention to this kind of situation. So at this point in time, right, we are here. So this, the point of control of, let's say, the local range plus the value low of the bigger range, the high time frame range. This is the level that definitely we need to pay attention to. If the price manages to stay above this level, these levels, right, above the point of control and above value area low, then I would say more upside is possible. And definitely the next interesting area in my opinion is actually the value area high here, somewhere around 29,500, give or take. When we talk about this kind of levels, it's always good to think about it as an area, not to the absolute dollar. So let's say the 29,500 area, right? So that would be the next important area on the chart. But for the moment, and this is the big question right now, is if the price will be able to stay above this, stay above the point of control of this range. Because yes, for the moment, it looks like it wants to go higher. That's basically the feeling that we get from this chart, but also we can get some sort of failed auction here, and that if this level will be lost, then that points out to more downside. I will go more in depth because the order flow is just beautiful right now. The order flow is giving you the, if you know how to read it, giving you the confirmation for this kind of setups. And not only that, but we do have very clear levels of support, levels of resistance. So obviously one could trade in between. But other than that, like I said, these levels are levels to be taken into consideration. And right now the price is above value high and above the point of control, making a new hard high here. So obviously everything points out to more upside right now. And like I said, the next important area is the value high. Not only the value high, but also the if we enable the golden pocket, also this is our golden pocket. And to be more specific, this 0.71 level, I really like this level to trade. So obviously we're building confluencing somewhere around these areas, right? So this is what we have. Let's hide this one. And this is our main trading idea. So we trade this from the value low to the point of control, possibly to the value high, and possibly a new higher high on the chart. Just the same way it happened here. So the price making a new higher high, then very slowly losing the value area high, then a new lower low on the chart, value area low, and a new lower low on the chart, then point of control, and now here we are. These kind of ranges are basically everything you need for trading. If on top of these ranges you can add some confluences, like for example a fib pool, some horizontal levels, some naked points of control or something like that, that would give you even more confidence to actually take a trader. But other than that, these ranges are basically everything that you need on the chart. Okay, so this is, let's say, the higher range that we do have in this area. Let's hide this for a moment and let's move to the next range. Let's see which one is that. Not this one, but I would like to see this one. And this range was a very good range to trade. And now let's go to, let's say, to daily time frame. This range was a very good range to trade because we had deviation from the value high, price moving to the value low, deviation from the value low, price get acceptance, value high, deviation from the value high, price moves to the point of control, creating this liquidity, right? Then price claiming the value high, consolidation, and last night the push to the upside. And one of the things, when you see something like this, one of the main trading ideas should be based on liquidity. And this is what I was showing my team, I think it was on Friday, right? So on Friday I said, look, this is where we do have liquidity. We do have liquidity to the downside. Like I said, this is still an interesting area in my opinion. So the liquidity that we do have here, and also we have liquidity to the upside. We do have liquidity here, here, and here. Obviously now this liquidity is taken, so I can actually delete this, and we're still left with this story that we do have right now. But the rest, like I said, the liquidity was taken to the upside, and now we need to see what's going on. But always try to see, to visualize where we do have liquidity on the chart, because most of the time the price is searching for that liquidity. Okay, so now we do have the liquidity taken to the upside, and then we need to see what's going on. Definitely this range, let's say the more local range, this is still important. And I'm talking about this, I'm talking about the value area high, because if we get a drop from here, the value area high of this range is a really, really important level. Why? Because this, if the price gets acceptance back into the value area of this range, then we do have point of control, value area low, and this low, and obviously a new low on the chart. This is how you trade a range, and check what happened each time the price got acceptance back into the value area of this range, or any other kind of range. So get acceptance, then value area low, new lower low, not actually a new lower low, but taking the liquidity here. This was the setup. Then got acceptance back into the value area, claiming value area low, point of control, value area high, and so on. So definitely when we do have this kind of situation on the chart, you need to pay attention to the ranges, right? So we do have, let's say, a high range, which is this one, right? And then we do have a low range. So definitely the bulls needs to defend this area, right? And that, again, think about it as an area, not to the absolute dollars. So that would be 26,867. So 26,900, give or take, right? So this is the area that the bulls needs to defend, just in case we do get a drop from here. But to get a drop from here, we will talk about this in just a few seconds when we will actually start to look for a possible trading setup. Okay, so this is what we do have right now. Let's hide this, right? Another trading idea that I was sharing, I think it was still on Friday, was this one, based on this triangle, right? So this kind of triangle, we had this and this and this. So this is kind of our resistance, and this was support. And I was looking to the downside. I was looking for a liquidity grab here, maybe a touch of the triangle, and maybe let's see what's going on. And for this to pay attention to this, we can actually go on lower time frame, right? So 1 hour time frame, and we can clearly see that resistance, still resistance. So the price is trying to claim, building that liquidity. So the price was building liquidity here, and so on. And after that, we've seen this, the push back this. So look at this, right? So this is clear resistance. So this is one type of behavior where this this line is clear resistance. Then the change in behavior here, right? The price is claiming, back testing this level, and obviously up we go. So always you have to be open to this kind of trading ideas, right? And if on top of this we do put the local range, not this one, but this one, no, this one, right? So if we do have kind of the triangle, and then we do have the local range here, we can see that the price rejected from this triangle, moving to the value area low, again some wicks below, but other than that, boom, claiming the triangle, and up we go. And the other thing that we need to see here, that we had this wick to the upside, right? And that was obviously, we can look up at this level, right, for a possible swing failure pattern here, and we can see this. So we do have a swing failure pattern in this area, right? So when you see a swing failure pattern, you trade the swing failure pattern, and everything looks good. Also, we got the retracement here, so this is very nice. So this kind of price action actually gives the possibility of some really nice scalps. So maybe you missed this one, great, you do have this one, then you do have the retracement and this, right? But also we do have this. So the price was actually moving around this local golden pocket. So any kind of short trade is basically based on the assumption that this is actually the high. So you trade in this area, you book profits, especially if you do have this level. And I'll show you in just a second what level I'm talking about, because this candle to the upside, it is a very interesting candle, and this candle created something, and that certain something is acting as support. You'll see what I'm talking about, but this kind of trading ideas are totally fine as long as you understand what is happening here, because one could say, okay, fair enough, but this is kind of stopped here in the middle of nowhere because there is not much of a level to talk about there. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere, where this could be the case unless you understand about the order flow. And this is what I'm talking about. So that candle on the way up created this. This is a single print. And as you can see, and if you are aware of this kind of single prints, you know that a single print, when a single print is created, this could act as support or resistance depending on the situation, at least at the first touch, right? So this single print was created on the way up, first touch, you can see, acting as support, right? Acting as support, and now up we go. So as long as this level is acting, this single print is acting as support, then more upside is possible. And like I said, any kind of short trading idea is based on the assumption that this is the high. The high is in, and then you're trading a retracement, hopefully, hoping for the price to get acceptance back into this single print. And usually when the price gets acceptance into this kind of single prints, they sooner or later they are filled. And that will bring us to this area. However, for the moment, that is not the case, because as you can see, the price is, this single print is holding as support, creating a buying tail here. And now the price starts to create a new higher high on the chart. So that's why I said any kind of short trading idea here is based on the assumption that this is the high. If the price makes a new higher high, then obviously one would favor the bullish scenario, and that's why we do have levels to the upside. But this is the order flow. The order flow is giving you the confirmation when you look for a trade. Confirmation in this situation, if the price gets acceptance back into the single print, more downside is possible, and I would expect this single print to be filled, this inefficiency to be filled. However, that's not the case, and as you can see, as long as this is holding as support, then more upside is possible. And as you can see here, the price keeps making higher high. Obviously, then we can go more in depth to see what's going on here. Was the price action? What do we have? And so on and so on. So basically, there are a lot of things to take into consideration when you are trading this kind of move. So you can see big increase in open interest of longs opening in this area, longs and more longs. Also, we do have some absorption going on here. We can see some bearish divergences, but still the price is above previous day high. So once again, if you trade in this area, and this is a valid scalp in my opinion, if you trade in this area, make sure the price gets acceptance below previous day high, and that would open the possibility for more downside, like for VWAP here, or for daily open, and most important, this. So any kind of trading idea here, be aware of this level, be aware of this single print, right? Because without this, what's the main reason for the price to stop here? No. So this is kind of the order flow right now. Very, very, very interesting, very, very interesting order flow. And we do have clear levels. To the downside, this is support. Get acceptance in here, and yeah, more downside is possible. But until this one holds as support, I would treat this as scalps, with quick take profits. Like I said, if you are aware of this order flow, this is a very, very interesting situation, and who's stopping you not to take a trade? Obviously, like I said, everything that I'm sharing here is not financial advice. I'm just giving my opinion over this chart. But this is very, very, very interesting, because this creates the possibility of some trapped traders, because this is very, very late in my opinion to open a long here. So this is short or no trade, right? Short or no trade. Yes, everything points out to more upside, but actually to open a long here, this is kind of suicide in my opinion. So this gives the possibility of some trap traders, and we do have quite a bit of them. So we do have 2, 4, 5, another 5, that makes 10, 12 million. Okay, let's pay attention to this. For the moment, they are safe because the price is up here. But if the price, let's say, get acceptance below this candle, so let's say below 28,250, at that point in time they become trap traders, and that opens the possibility for more downside. But as long as the price is making higher high and the price is above previous day high, yeah, one would have to favor more upside. But yeah, very, very interesting things going on the chart right now. Very, very nice volatility, and these kind of moves are like, okay, 0.7%, 0.6, 0.7%. Yeah, okay, for a scalp, that is very, very, very interesting and very juicy to to scalp. Yeah, I'm kind of looking to get involved after the stream. But let's get back to what we do have on the chart, right? So very, very important, like I said, in this section of the chart, we do have a single print. And as long as this single print is holding as support, I would say more upside is possible. Get acceptance back in here. And then we can talk about, once again, the top of this triangle. We can talk about the value area high, and let's see what's going on after that. But we need some sort of confirmation here. We need, like I said, at least the price to get acceptance below previous day high, trap these traders, these late longs up here, lose VWAP, lose daily open, get acceptance back into the single print, and then yes, we can build let's say we can build a bearish scenario here. But as long as the price keeps making higher high, higher low, then I would have to favor more upside. Yeah, very, very interesting stuff going on the Bitcoin chart right now. Okay, so this is what we do have in terms of the triangle, the ranges, and where we are right now on the chart. So remember, we are at resistance. At resistance meaning the point of control of this range. Let me see if I can show you the range on 1 hour time frame. Yeah, this is the point of control of this range. So this is not this one. Oh, no, this one. Didn't want this one. I want this one. Okay, this is the one that I want. Oops, sorry. Have so many ranges up here. Oops, you stay there. But yeah, this is what we do have. So like I said, the price keeps building up here. So for some sort of bearish scenario, we need to see some weakness. We need to see some change in market structure. We need to see the price getting acceptance, first below this high, the previous day high, then below this one, then the point of control, and then the single print. Those are the levels, that actually we need to see lost for more downside. And then obviously, like I said, we do have the triangle, we do have the value low, and then we get back to this liquidity area. Like I said, this liquidity area is still a valid area in my opinion. If this continues like this, then I see no reason for the price to push up here, 29,500 area, where we do have the value area high of this, let's say the bigger range, and obviously higher is possible. Right, so this is what we have right now on the chart. Like I said, very nice order flow, very good volatility. So yeah, let's pay attention to what's going on with this chart. Okay, so we talked about ranges, we talked about triangles. Now let's see what's going on with this with the horizontal levels, because not only we have, please allow me to hide everything. Not only we have a new day, a new week, but also a new month. So obviously we need to go to monthly time frame, and we can see that we do actually have a new monthly level printed here. So obviously we enable the horizontal levels, and this is what we do have on the chart. So this monthly level, so that would be 29,500 and 913, right? So we do have a new monthly level. And in terms of monthly levels, please allow me to hide this and show you the monthly levels alone. So we do have this situation where we have let's start with this one. Untapped monthly level 30,460, right? Tapped monthly level, but it did a very good job here, holding the as support and then resistance, so an SNR flip level. We still have this one, 27,210. Again, it was our resistance. So this one are tapped levels. Let's hide them for the second, right? Because I would always favor the untapped horizontal levels. And also to the downside, we do have this one, 23,134. So we do have untapped monthly level to the upside, 30,460. Untapped monthly level 25,913 and untapped monthly level 23,134, right? So if we take this one into consideration, obviously the next target should be this monthly. Obviously in between we do have targets, we do have levels, but definitely it is a good idea to pay attention to these monthly levels, right? So those are the monthly levels. Then let's move back to weekly time frame, right? So on a weekly time frame, we do have this. So we still have this weekly untapped weekly level, the one I was looking for a possible setup last week, right? So we do have this one, 25,822. Then we do have a new weekly level up here. That would be 26,238. And also we do have an untapped weekly level up here. So 29,284. So we do have levels up here. So weekly, untapped monthly, untapped weekly level. So a lot of levels in this area, but also we do have an untapped weekly here, right? Okay, let's move to the daily time frame. And to the daily time frame, obviously we do have this one. This is a tapped level, so now we can was our resistance. Now let's delete that one, and we still have this one to the downside, 25,143. Obviously we do have here, we do have another daily level, but because we have a weekly level so close, I would favor always the higher time frame level. But we do have this daily level, 26,903, right? And to the upside, like I said, weekly, and we do have still untapped daily level 29,414, and still this one, it is an untapped daily level 29,760. So definitely we do have some interesting levels here. So obviously, and without anything else, we can see this area, right? This is the next area of resistance. And also we can see that in this section of the chart, we do still have this weekly, but the bigger, let's say the bigger support area comes within this section of the chart. If on top of this, we enable our range, that should be this one, then you can clearly see that we do have more confluences for this area. So like I said, if we take into consideration only the range, the next important level should be the value area high. And as long as the point of control is holding as support, then the value area high should be the next important level on the chart. If on top of everything we could see an untapped weekly and an untapped daily there, then obviously we get more confidence that, you know, this level, it is an important level on the chart. Doesn't mean the price will stop here, but this is the next important level on the chart. And if on top of that we enable this, the golden pocket pulled from here, from the high, right, to the low, right, to this low, then we can clearly see that this area becomes a very important area on the chart. So the next area of confluences is actually the 29,500 area. So let's pay attention to this and let's see what will happen here, right? If we get a push to the upside, let's check what's going on in this area. Then if this entire area will be claimed, we do have this daily level, but you know, it is a daily level. We don't have a lot of confluences around here. And then we get back to this monthly level. This monthly level, not only the monthly level, but also check this. We do have high and then lower high, and still lower high. So this area has liquidity, right? Remember what happened? Liquidity, 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 liquidity taken, right? Now we do have this area where we do have liquidity, 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 right? Liquidity meaning stop losses. Because let's say someone shorted here, hopefully they book some profits on the way down, or maybe that closes trade. But if that trade is still running, the stop loss should be at entry, so somewhere in this area. So let's pay attention to this kind of levels, right? So we do have the value high, the weekly, and so on, and then we do have this monthly level. Claim this monthly level, and obviously a new high on the chart comes into play, because here we do have this daily level. This is a tap daily level, and you know, then a new high on the chart is, let's say, it's possible. But for the moment we are here, we need to pay attention to these levels. And like I always like to say, I like to trade this level to level, so there's no need to be, you know, bullish or bearish. Let's trade this chart level to level. So we are up here. Like I said, this is a major take profit if you got in a long from here, or even from here, or doesn't really matter. This is an important area, and the next important area comes somewhere in this 29,500 area. That is an area where we need to check the reaction. If the price decides to move there, need to check the reaction, maybe book some more profits, and depending on that, we could look for a short. As a setup for the moment, like I said, we do have a developing situation here. So look, a new higher high on the chart. So like I said, as long as the price keeps making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, then more upside is possible. So that's why for me right now, because the easiest setup that we do have right now on the chart, and it has to be a short because we are at resistance, the easiest one should be something like this, right? So let's say from where we are right now to, let's say, to where? To basically to this area, right? Because in this area I was looking for a long. Remember, an important area should be used first of all as take profit, and then depending on the reaction as a possible entry. So same story here. First of all, take profit, and then depending on the reaction could be the entry for a possible trade. So if I'm looking at this area and the price will go actually here, why not taking this short? But, and this is the problem, we do not have the trigger for this. We do not have the trigger for this. So we need to start to see a change in market structure. We need to see the price making some lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. That would give me confidence. And I would like to see some levels lost, like the previous day high. As long as the price is up here, price is making higher high, higher low, bullish market structure, then obviously more upside is possible, right? So if that happens, right, later today, if that happens, I'm willing to take a short in this area. Not necessarily a swing trade, more of a scalp. And take profit one should be, I don't know, in this area, right? Could be in this area. Price get acceptance back into the single print. Obviously, it opens the possibility for lower. But as long as I see this is, I would have to favor more upside. Obviously, there are scalps to be taken and so on and so on, but those are scalps with quick take profits and something like that. But to actually to build the idea that this is actually the top, at least for today and possibly for, let's say, for the week, I would like to see some confirmation. Confirmation comes from changing market structure on low time frame, like 5 minutes. Give me a market structure change on 5 minutes, and then I'll say, okay, maybe more downside is possible, and maybe this is the top. But we don't have that for the moment. So as you can see, it's like higher high, higher low, higher high, and now let's see what's going on. Sorry. So for me, this is not an ideal short. Actually, we don't have anything to short right now. And yes, in the next 5 minutes, the price could drop to, let's say, to this, to the single print here. Yes, that is always possible, but in order for me to actually to take a trade here, I'd like to see something to give me confidence, right? Because we all know the price could push to the upside, to the downside, and you know that happens. You cannot catch all the moves on the chart, but for me to actually to take a short here, I would definitely like to see something to give me confidence, and that would be a change in market structure and the price losing some levels, like the previous day high, flip this to resistance, and then that could be a potential short to the VWAP. No, daily open and possibly lower, but for the moment we are here, and you know this is not something to give me too much confidence. Scalps, you know, are totally fine, but other than that, we need to wait for more clarity. Like I said, so that would be the easiest trade, but I don't have any kind of confirmation. I do not have the trigger for this trade, so let's pay attention. Then if not here, then definitely the next important area should be, like I said, somewhere here. Let's say 0.71, this weekly, and the value area high of this range. Again, really hard to know what will happen here, because I would love to trade based on the swing failure pattern, maybe at the weekly or something like that. So it's really hard to put the stop loss right now. So that's why we need to see what's going on. And if the price manages to push up here, let's see how much. So we are here and the price still have like 3%. Okay, it's doable. Then if no reaction here, and this is exactly what, because I get many questions, what do you mean by reaction? Well, this is exactly what I mean by reaction, right? So as long as I see this, yes, scalps are in order, and this kind of scalps should be, most of the time, should be taken on a swing failure pattern, but those are scalps, right? As long as I see the bullish market structure continuing, then I would have to favor more upside. Then give me a change in market structure, give me some bearish order flow, give me some levels lost, and then yes, I can build a case for, like I said, for the scenario where the price will drop from here. That's totally fine, but I would like to see that in real time, and then I can make an informed decision. And in this kind of situation, the good thing that, you know, the invalidation is very close. Just give it just a bit of space, no more than 0.5%, you know, that's it. But like I said, for the moment, we do not have the trigger for that. I would like to see a change in market structure. So for example, the price needs to take this low, then flip this one to resistance, and that will open the possibility for more downside. But for the moment, that is not the case. So that's why, like I said, this would be the easiest setup ever, but we do not have the confirmation or the trigger for that. That's why we need to look at the next important area on the chart. And if no reaction here, because that could be the case, no reaction, I mean, give me the same reaction, and you can see basically the first reaction here. So it's up and then down. This one is up and still up. So obviously that's not a trade, at least not a short, obviously not a long also. But and then the next important level is actually this liquidity, this monthly, and this liquidity area, right? Again, same story. I would like to see that. I would like to check the reaction. I would like to see a change in market structure. I would like to see some levels lost, and then I could actually get involved, right? And then if the price moves up here, then we need to check what's going on at the value high, then the point of control, then the lower targets. So level to level as always. If no reaction here, then very simple, I would expect a new higher high on the chart, or at least a double top. But a higher high would be the the easiest trade ever. Swing failure pattern up here, and then let's see what's going on. So this is the story that we do have right now. And like I said, because we're approaching resistance, I cannot give you a long setup. When the price was at support, so somewhere in this area, obviously at support we're looking for long, at resistance we're looking for short. But very important, this is based on reaction. You need to see something to give you confidence. Other than that, and until that happens, you know, I would favor more upside. Give me something that gives me confidence, and in the next second I'll be in a short. But for the moment, this is not the case. So like I said, I cannot give you a long, I cannot give you a long setup, right? Because the price is approaching resistance. Sorry, the price is approaching resistance. So when the price was down here, long, price was down here, long, right? This worked out, reached the target. This one, we didn't get the retracement. No, it is what it is. Sometimes it is like this, but now I cannot give you a long. Very, very important area of support, still this one. So weekly, monthly, weekly, and if we pull the fibs, right, obviously this needs to be adjusted because the price keeps making high. So we have the golden pocket here, right? So this is a very, very important, still a very, very important support. And this should be a major target. So let's say the price drops from here, this should be the major target, right? If the price drops from here, this is the major target, because below this, I would expect, you know, a new lower low. Technically not a new lower low taking this one into consideration, but at least the price to take this low. So that would be something that I'm expecting. So like I said, because we are at resistance, the only trading setup that I can give you for this week is actually a short. However, like I said, we need to pay attention to what's going on here, because for the moment this is not enough to trigger my my trade. Let's pay attention. Let's pay attention to the change in market structure, and then obviously we can talk about this. If not, here, where's that? No, sorry, not this one. If not in this section of the chart, right? Like I said, with the target should be still in this area. If not here, then obviously, oops, sorry, not this one. The price should push to this area where we can check what's going on. Same story. If not, obviously higher around that monthly. Those are the areas that I'm looking for a possible short setup. Again, based on reaction, and we need to see what's going on. Starting as a scalp, maybe you book some profits, move your stop loss at entry to reduce the risk, and then let the risk run for lower. If you get stopped out, you know, if you book take profit one and you have your stop loss at entry, you know, you should still make some money, or at least get out break even from that trade. So this is what I have for you on the Bitcoin chart. Obviously it took just a bit longer because we do have, like I said, we do have interesting price action. This is very, very nice to see. We do have the possibility to create some sort of a bearish scenario based on the trap traders here, but we need to see that, because for the moment they are safe, no problem. The price need to get acceptance below previous day high, then below these levels, below these candles with increases in open interest. That would build the case for more downside, but for the moment it is not the case. So if it's not the case, you know, we're just waiting to see how this will develop, and pay attention to this. This is major support. If this support will be lost, then yeah, more downside is possible. I would expect this to be filled, maybe not at once because this is a big one, but you know, this is major support right now, because below I would say weakness, and we get back to the levels that we do have here. We do have this daily and so on. And let's not forget about the not this one, but this one. So daily value are high. This is important. Also the triangle, right? So this area, if the price drops from here, this is major area, then we move to this area here. That's what I have for you today. If not, more upside is possible. So this is Bitcoin. I'm not gonna go, because there's not much to add. In my opinion, we do have enough information. This could be the top, but give me some sort of change in market structure, losing some levels, some bearish order flow, and then I'm more than happy to trade it. Price slowly start to lose levels, opening the possibility for lower. If not, very, very simple, more upside is possible. 29, give or take 500 area up here. So yeah, that would be Bitcoin. Let's see if we do have some question. We need to check the reaction. Definitely, I waited for a swing failure pattern of a swing failure pattern. So now I'm looking for many longs opening, but the price doesn't seem to be moving. Can we check the order flow together? Yes, I did that. So, you know, this is what's going on. So like I said, those are the levels that we do have on the chart. We do have the possibility. We do have the possibility here, but let's get some confirmation. If we get some confirmation, then like I said, I'm more than happy, because this would be the easiest trade ever. Very, very close invalidation, and the possibility to actually to reach at least this area. This is 4%. Yeah, this is a very, very good trade in terms of an R&R, but problems in between. We need to see some levels lost, like previous day high, VWAP, change in market structure, and very, very important, this. The price needs to get acceptance in here. And until that happens, I'm forced to favor the bullish scenario. No problem, and my pleasure. I like to share with you information when I do have something to give me confidence. And when I say, let's wait. But when there's something like this one, that was a very, very easy setup, because swing failure pattern, easy invalidation, and the possibility for more upside is great. Also, this one, very, very good setup, but the price never reached that target. This one could potentially be the top, but give me something to, to give me confidence for that. That's the only thing that I need, and then I'll be in a short, in an instant. And if I get stopped out, It's not the end of the world. Very, very close invalidation. Like I said, I wouldn't give this more than 0.5%. That's it. If I lose a trade, that is not a problem. Losing a trade doesn't make you a bad trader. Winning a trade also doesn't make you a good trader. It's all about the average. And because we are here, and if you like the content that we do have for you, the public one, also please don't forget about our public Discord. Obviously, you can like, subscribe, share this content and everything that we do. Like I said, we do have our free Discord, so we share from time to time the most important levels on the chart, the most important SNR flip levels, and so on. Obviously, we do have premium sections in Discord where, if you like to go more in depth, we are more than happy to trade you. And like I said, we have people in the chat that in the premium Discord that they are very, very good traders, and they don't really need to be here, but they choose to stay here because they get maybe confirmation for their setups. Maybe they get, I don't know, another trading idea. Maybe they are missing some levels. So even if you are a very, very good trader, like I said, we do have a lot of great traders in the group. No, it's still a good idea to see how other traders are working. And also our website, successrepeated.com, where we do have pretty much everything you need. We have daily updates. We do have live trading sessions. We do have modules. So basically, if you want to go more in depth and become a profitable trader, this is where you can find us. successrepeated.com or our Discord. Like I said, free section, obviously Twitter, and so on. So basically, if you like what we do and you think that we can help you with your trading career, feel free to check what we are doing. Okay, so this is Bitcoin chart. Let's move to the next important level on the chart, and that would be S&P. Okay, so this is what we have on the S&P chart, obviously the CME ticker. So we do have this situation, right? And as you can see, I'm starting with a naked chart. So we do have this situation where up to this point in time, we had bullish market structure, right? Bullish market structure basically since here. Price starts to make higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. I know, higher high, higher low. Obviously, I'm ignoring this stuff up to this point, right? So up to this point, everything was okay. Then we do have this situation, right? We do have this situation where the price fails to make a new higher high. So it makes a lower high. Lower high, lower low, So we do have the possibility of a change in market structure, right? What would give me, basically, no, we do have a change in market structure because the price, this is the first, if we take this section into consideration, this is the first lower low. So lower low, lower high, and this is a lower low. So we do have the confirmation about the change in market structure on a daily time frame, right? So that's one piece of information that we need to take into consideration. So we do have a change in behavior. Like I said, in this section of the chart, everything bullish. Now, lower low, lower high, lower low. So confirmation about the market structure change. Moving from that, but let's keep this on a naked chart. I talked about this in the past. I talked about this gap, right? This gap, usually the gaps are filled and usually they give some sort of reaction. Well, gap filled, and now we need to see what's going on here. So definitely pay attention to the gaps on this chart. Usually they get filled. Doesn't have to be the next day because, you know, this gap was from June and it was filled in basically in September, right? So it takes some time, but usually they get filled, and obviously, again, most of the time they give a reaction, right? So changing market structure, gap filled. Now we need to get back to our ranges, right? And our ranges, the first one is this one, the high time frame range. And I think I said this so many times, like as long as the value area high of this range is acting as support, more upside is possible, right? Get acceptance below this, and that opens the possibility for more downside, right? So this is the story. As you can see, level claimed, back tested, higher high. Great. Up to this point, no problem whatsoever. More upside on the chart. That is the favorite scenario, let's say, the most likely scenario to happen. Then the price gets back once again here, support, taking some liquidity, then up we go. And this is where it becomes interesting because, and I think I mentioned this last week, up to this point in time, the price was creating, yes, this is a lower low on a higher time frame, but also here locally, the price was creating this bullish market structure, right? Bullish market structure like higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So up to this point in time, obviously one would say, okay, if we got here, maybe the price we will get more upside and possibly a new higher high on the chart. But then the price starts to make this, so a new lower low, price gets acceptance below value area high. So you see the first time, please allow me to hide this. You see the behavior. So we do have this and then up, then the back test, and then up we go. Now this is like down, back test, another back test, and down we go. Right, so it is kind of not the same scenario that we do have here on the chart. So this is one thing that we need to take into consideration. For the moment, we do have the confirmation about the change in market structure, and the price got acceptance back into the value area of this high time frame range. That could be seen as weakness. And obviously the next important level on the chart is the point of control. Like I said, this is how you trade a range. Price was trying to do the same here. Boom, got acceptance, point of control, value are low, point of control, value are low, point of control, point of control, point of control. Boom, the price pushing to the upside. Now we do have the change in behavior, change in market structure, price got acceptance once again below this level. So the next important level to the downside is actually the point of control. If we'll get there or not, that's totally different story, but just to pay attention, this is somewhere around 41 level. Again, think about it as an area, not to the absolute dollar. What could change this? Well, like always, I would like to see if this is the bottom. This could very well be the bottom, and then we'll see more upside on the chart. Then I would like to see a change in market structure. Same story I was saying on the Bitcoin chart, right? I would like to see a change in market structure and some levels claimed, and a change in market structure. For the moment, we do not have a change in market structure because it's still lower low, lower high, lower low, still a lower high, this one, right? So I would like to see a change in market structure and value area high claimed. If that happens, I'll say, okay, the price has a chance for more upside. But until that happens, no, I would have to favor more downside on the chart. Not only that, but together with the value high, then we do have another range. So basically a range based on everything that happened above the value high. So we do have the value area high on the value area low of this range. So definitely this is a very, very interesting confluence in my opinion. This is the level to be claimed for more upside. Obviously you can see the point of control, the value high doing the job here. So that's no surprise for me, or shouldn't be a surprise for anyone here. When you see something like this, a range, then you should know how to trade this range from the top to the value high, point of control, value low, bottom of the range, and possibly vice versa. But for the moment, we're not quite there yet. So let's pay attention to this situation, right? Also, if we enable the horizontal levels, we do have this daily, right? So we do have here, we have a small front run of this daily, right? And we also have this daily, and we also have a new daily here, 43.23, and this daily is 43.82. So let's pay attention to what's going on in this area, right? If the price manages to claim this level, the daily, the value are high, the bigger range, value are low of the more local range, and then yes, we do have levels still on, it isn't tapped, but still important in my opinion. And then obviously everything that's going on in this area, where we do have a monthly, where we do have a weekly level, a daily level, and the value area high. Also, if we pull some fibs, that should be somewhere around the golden pocket. Okay, so this should be the bigger area of interest, but the price needs to claim this daily, value area high, value area low. Claim this, and this actually comes into play. Until the price is actually below this level and is not able to claim this level, then I would definitely favor more downside. And like I said, the next important level on the chart is basically this, the point of control of this range. So let's pay attention on this one, and let's see what will happen on this chart, right? So there's no need to be in a rush. There are lots of, if you are a scalper, then yes, you can go on low time frame, and you know, that's totally different story. But other than that, no, we need to see what's going on. And the last chart that I'm going to check for you today is actually gold, right? Gold has an interesting development, very, very interesting development. So obviously I talked, and we do have traders that are actively trading this and with very, very good results. So if we do that, let's check this chart. First of all, and I'll always say this triple top, huge liquidity above. I'm more than interested if the price will actually manage to get here once again, what the reaction will be at this level. If we get a swing failure pattern, or if we get an SNR flip level, that's very, very, very interesting for me. Other than that, let's start with our ranges. Let's start with the, let's say the bigger range, and we're still above value area high. Obviously, the value are high, and this liquidity, this should be the next important level to the downside. Just by looking at this, you know, this should be the next important level, and depending on what the reaction would be at that level, we need to see what's going on. So this is what we do have right now, right? So we do have, we do have the value are high on a golden pocket, right? So let's pay attention to this kind of level. This is very, very important level. If the price will get acceptance below this level, then it opens the possibility actually for lower, and I'm looking towards these lows where we do have some liquidity and so on. Then the next range that I have for you is basically based on everything that happened in this area. And I was talking about this when last week. The price was just consolidating in this area, right? So around the point of control. So below, above, once again below, once again above, and then we see the real move happening. Also, in terms of market structure, we do have an interesting situation here, because since this top, we kind of have this. So let's put low, basically, let's say low, lower high, lower low. So up to this point is bearish market structure, right? But in this section of the chart, let's go to daily time frame. I can show you this better. This looks kind of, so we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, 6 days, red days. So this is interesting. But just to talk about the market structure, like I said, low, lower high, lower low, right? So we do have this. So up to this point, bearish market structure. But now the price starts to do this. The price starts to kind of change the market structure. So higher high, higher low, lower high. So this section of the chart is kind of tricky to trade. And let's not forget, we are here on the point of control of this. That makes it a bit, tricky to trade. So in this kind of situation, one would say like, look, let's, until we get more confirmation, and more confirmation comes from a new lower low on the chart. Oops, sorry, this is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. So now we do have a new lower low on the chart, and obviously that is our confirmation about the bearish market structure. But this was tricky because the price was kind of trying to change the market structure, but not really. So it's higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low. Bit of freestyle on the chart is never a bad thing, right? So now we got the confirmation about this, and now we need to see what's going on. But this wasn't easy to trade. This wasn't easy to trade. And in this kind of situation, the best way, or let's say the safest way to trade this kind of things is like, you do have a very, very important level here, which is the point of control, right? So this point of control can be used as entry, but not really, because the price moved above, below, above, and so on, right? So in that situation, it can be used as take profit, right? So let's say the price moves here, take profit at the take profit 1, or even close the entire trade. Take profit at this point of control. Price moves here, and let's say you do have confluences and so on. You decide to short here, take profit 1, or even close the entire trade. So when the price is just consolidating up, down, it makes it harder to trade. So you can choose to scalp, book some profits here, then move your stop loss at entry, and let's see what's going on until we get more confirmation. Like I said, more confirmation, usually the confirmation comes from the change in market structure. Now, this is the story that we do have right now in the chart. And like I said, the most important levels are basically down here. So liquidity and value area low of this local range, value area high of the bigger range, and the golden pocket. Now, if we enable the horizontals, then we also have a monthly level here, 1826. So this level is kind of in between, right? So let's pay attention to what will happen here. But other than that, we do have, like I said, let's move to monthly, because we just started a new month, right? So nothing new. So we do have monthly. So we do have some levels to work with. Weekly, this is a new weekly, so right on that point of control, very important. I'll still keep this one on my chart. Obviously, no reaction whatsoever at this weekly, but let's keep it on the chart, because if it was not able to hold as support, maybe it would hold as resistance. And then we do have this monthly, and like I said, the rest of the confluences that we do have below. And on a daily time frame, we do have a daily but also weekly, so I would always favor a higher time frame level. Other than that, as you can see, it's down. So there is not much to to work with, not many levels to work with. What else do we have here? But like I said, for me, it should touch at least the monthly, if not this area. And that is the let's say the level that, one could see some sort of reversal, because yes, this is a big drop, but we've seen that in the past. So it's nothing. You know, we've seen the rise, we've seen the drop, and so on. Also this one. But at the end of the day, we're still within the value area of this range. So the price rejecting from the value area high, then the consolidation around the point of control, then we are here. We are at the value area low. Who's telling me that, you know, this could be the local bottom, and then we push up here at least to the point of control, if not higher. At the end of the day, this is just consolidation, and we need to see what's going on. Everything obviously right now it looks like really bearish, but you never know what's going to happen. The same I was telling you on the Bitcoin chart. When the price is at support, I look for longs. When the price is at resistance, you know, I look for shorts. This is how you trade, and this is how you become profitable in the long term. Not necessarily like, you know, I make money today, but if you want to survive this game in the long term, you need to look for shorts at resistance and for longs at support. What else? What else in between? Let's find some new levels. Okay, 0.5. We are at the equilibrium from this low to this high. Okay, so that makes it interesting. That makes it kind of interesting. So we are at the 0.5. Is this enough for a reversal? We need to see. I would, like I said, I would favor more downside, but I'm willing to work with this level too. So let's pay attention to this level. Okay, let's put this back on the golden pocket. What else? We do have another way of pulling these fibs, right? Let's say something like this, and once again we need to enable this because the price should be very close to the 886, right? We had some sort of reaction from 786, and this on Monday, on Friday, that was just brilliant price action, brilliant price action, and I'll get to low time frame to show you actually what happened there. But yeah, so we do have 0.5 on the 886. Let's pay attention to this level, but other than that is the monthly, and should be the monthly, and this entire section of the chart. So that would be the levels that are, you know, at least in my opinion, most important levels on the chart. And again, let's say the price will get to the monthly, or let's say the price will get here. What you would like to see for a possible reversal? Let's hide this. Let's say the price will take, let's say, this lows, so no reaction at the monthly whatsoever, right? And the price goes for this lows. Then for me to build some sort of bottom here will look something like this. So the price needs to take the low for a swing failure pattern. That's an easy trade, right, for a scalp. But to actually to get the confirmation, I would like to see something like this. Boom, right? And then obviously the price pushing to the upside. So let's say the price goes here, take the lows, right? I'm trading here because, you know, why not? That's a swing failure pattern, and that's easy invalidation and a lot of space for more upside, right? So let's say I do this. So I have this invalidation, but now I am aware of this monthly, and I am aware this monthly could actually be flipped to resistance, right? So that would be my take profit one. And if the price does something like this and claims this monthly, right? So I book some profits, I move my stop loss at entry, and also the possibilities for more upside are very good in my opinion. So what do we get with that? We get a change in market structure and at least one level claim. Let's say this monthly, or could be any other level. Really depends on what time frame you are searching for levels, right? So in this kind of situation, that would give me confidence that this could become something more than just a scalp. Until that happens, you know, a scalp should be in order. This is very good, but you know, with the possibilities for this to get back to this area, to this weekly, or to the point of control, or even higher, why not? But I want to see this on the chart, so I'm trading more aggressively if we get a swing failure pattern. And this, if this happens, I keep this running for higher, or I even compound my position. Or let's say I have no position and I want this to, you know, to just, let's put it again. I want to wait for more confirmation. Then I want to trade this monthly. Then this will look like this, something like this, right? So I enter the monthly, I have my stop loss just below the lows, you know, and possibly the price running higher. Really depends, and this kind of scenarios is good to have them on the chart, to take them into consideration. Doesn't necessarily mean it will happen like that. The price could drop to whatever, right? But it is still a good idea to take these levels into consideration and check what's going on at each level. And the last thing that I want to show you on this chart, and for that I think we need to go to 5 minutes. And I was posting about this, right? So take this into consideration. We do have this weekly, so not much of a reaction at the weekly, right? Let's see if I have the fixed ranges. So we had this range, right? I covered this. I remember I covered this during the Sitrep. So we have this range, right? So when you see a range like this, like, you know, trade the range until the range breaks, right? And if I remember correctly, I said this. So trade the range until the range breaks, value are high, value are low, short, long, until we get more confirmation. And the price, I remember during the Sitrep, the price was somewhere in this area, if I remember correctly, or somewhere, I can't remember where it was, but this. And one of the, that's why it's good, especially when you're scalping, that's why it's good to pay attention to the local levels, right? So I said, look, the first level that we do have is actually this golden pocket, right? So we do have this golden pocket here. So we do have swing failure pattern of this here, the height, swing failure pattern right into the golden pocket. And then let's see what's going on, right? Obviously, upside, we have more levels, we do have this weekly and so on, but this was the first reaction. And then the price drops somewhere in this area, which was the let's see if I still have that one. Yeah, this is the one. This is the 786. Obviously it is a level, and if it is a level, let's take this into consideration. Please allow me to delete. This is beautiful. This is beautiful price action here. So price comes here. You see, basically this is a very good trading setup. So the price goes below this level, moves just a bit to the upside, then back testing this level, right? Creating a reversal pattern, right? Something along these lines. So the retracement to the golden pocket, right? And then more upside is possible, right? And I was obviously the price was forming a range here. So again, trade the range until the range breaks. And then I said, what would be the next level on this chart? I think I still have that one. No, I think I did it. Oh, look, this is the one. So the next important level on the chart is actually this one. Why? Because it is the golden pocket, the local golden pocket from here to obviously to this one, but not only the golden pocket, but we do have the lows and value lows. So that is the next important level on the chart. A rejection there, right? The price moving somewhere around the value area high and the top of this, of the low range. And then the price, guess what happens here? The price does this, take the high for a swing failure pattern, and that was just beautiful price action. Takes the high also, and this is, we need to move on an 1 hour time frame, right? So the price takes the high up here, then as you can see this, do you see this level? Resistance, price goes to the upside. So this is definitely this is an SNR flip level, right? Please allow me to delete this one and delete this one because they are no longer relevant. This is an interesting SNR flip level. So you trade in this area, you book profits here. If the price manages to hold this level, then more upside is possible, right? Because you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hourly candles closing here. So definitely this is an interesting area. Again, value area high, the lows of this range, local range, price pushing up here, price losing this level, and then obviously more downside is possible, especially when the price gets acceptance back into the value area of this range, a new lower low on the chart, and since then, you know, the price is just dropping. But this was very, very, very interesting price action, what's happening on the gold chart. And again, these kind of setups, these kind of technical analysis, these ranges are giving perfect results on any chart. I showed you this on the gold chart. I showed you the same story on the ES chart and the same story on the Bitcoin chart. Learn how to trade these ranges and you should do fine in trading. The rest is just find confluences for these ranges and, you know, learn about risk management, learn about reaction, and the rest should be fairly easy. Now the price, like I said, is approaching this level, 886. So let's pay attention to what's going on this chart. Like I said, technically I would like lower, where we do have bigger confluence like this monthly, like these lows, right? And also the value area low and the value area high. So that would be a very nice setup. Let's hide a couple of things around here because we do have a lot going on, right? Also this one, let's hide this one too. So technically that would be an interesting area in my opinion, starting for this monthly, but especially this what's going on here, this liquidity, the value area, like I said, value area, oops, let's put this, the value area low on the value area high of these two ranges. So this is a very interesting area in my opinion. So let's pay attention to what's going on here, and definitely this could be a trading setup in my opinion. Obviously at support, the only trade that I would take is actually a long or no trade. So yeah, this is gold, and those are the levels that we do have right now on the chart. Let's check if I have some more questions. Yeah, that's also the case. Yeah, so basically this Marius is a member from our premium Discord and very good trader, and yeah, you can see the feedback. I really like how you talk about the local time frame. Do you have in-depth explanation how to scalp on the Premier section? Yes, we do have this, and basically this is what we do. We do have not only modules, but we do have live trading session. We do have updates every day where if something happens, obviously, why we shouldn't check what's going on at that point in time. And if there is a good trading setup, then obviously I'm more than happy to share that with the rest of the team. So obviously we do have this situation where you can see, so this kind of, you know, this kind of candles, the support that we are creating here, do you think this is random or someone is holding the price? I'm just asking. Now we got this, we still don't have this kind of, okay, the price made a new lower low here. So the story right now to actually to get involved will look something like this. So let's say a back test starting from the previous day high to this. So that should be a kind of short trading idea again for a scalp. Let's say for this, I'm going for a new lower low. So that would be VWAP, maybe just a bit lower, right? With the possibility to, for more downside, right? But that would be, so the stop loss should be up here. Yeah, those are nice scalps that could be taken on the chart. Doesn't mean that this is the top. Like I said, we have no confirmation yet about this being the top, but we can start to build a case for this scenario, right? So the price is right on the volume point of control of the day. So there's not much weakness, right? Now, obviously, if the price makes a new higher high on the chart, then any kind of bearish count is invalidated. A scalp there based on a swing failure pattern, if this is the case, yes, could be an order, but that's a scalp. And it's kind of almost impossible unless we do this on a live trading session. It's almost impossible to update about these scalps, because from the moment that I actually take the trade to the moment that I update in the chart, the trading setup is gone. So it's better to understand the way I like to trade this chart rather than wait for that signal, like long, short, long, whatever. But this is kind of what we do have right now on the chart. So as long as the price doesn't make a new higher high and the price goes here, that could be a trading setup. Good, bad, we need to see. The other thing, I don't like to see bullish CVD divergences forming here, right? So you can see, well, not quite, but no. If we start to see big bullish CVD divergences forming here, then very, very simple, I would expect more upside. So we need to pay attention, we need to be patient, right? And like I said, very, very important levels for today, the single prints. If the price gets acceptance in here, then yeah, it's opens the possibility for more downside. As long as this holds as support, then I would say more upside is possible. Let's check the change in market structure. Let's see some levels lost, like previous day high, maybe a back test, then VWAP lost, then moving to the daily open and so on. That would create a case for a possible top up here. We do have the possibility of some trap traders, the possibilities right now, because the price is still up here, so we don't actually get the confirmation. Other than that, like I said, next important level on the chart, value are high, weekly, daily, up here, 29,500. Or if this is the top, the next important level should be the daily, 26,903, plus the value are high of this, let's say, more local range, right? And then the bigger level, the one that I talked about last week that I wanted to long. Unfortunately, the price never get there, but now this is the new monthly, so 25,913 point of control, you know, the golden pocket. So that value are low on the value are high. So those are very, very, very important levels on the chart. There's no need to be in a rush. Pay attention to what's going on. Check the reaction. Remember about the risk management. The risk management is really important, because even if you see the perfect reaction with the perfect influence, that trade could still turn into a losing trade. So risk management is still the key here. And let's see what this day and this week will bring on the chart. So I guess that will be all for today. Let's be patient. We do have levels. We do have a trading plan. Yeah, let's see how this situation will develop. Obviously, for the premium members, I will catch you later in Discord, and tomorrow, starting with the daily Sitrep. And for the public Sitrep, I will catch you all on Monday. Let's see what happens, and hopefully this will be a great trading week for us all. Until then, thank you for everything. Cheers and bye-bye.